on, family? What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? Welcome to another great episode of the Arrington Gavin podcast. This is a show where we discuss uh, trending news and thought-provoking topics from the realms of politics, sports, pop culture, and so much more. I am your host with the most, Arrington Gavin. So exciting that you are joining me for another great day. Happy Wednesday. Halfway done from the weekend. Man, I'm telling you, it has been a heck of a week. I hope y'all your weekday has started off good. It started off good, and then the other day, man, I had some complications with the car, and my dog was chewing the woodwork in the house, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, not today. Today is not the day. Today is not the day. But of course, I always get to make the time out of my schedule to always just give thanks of all my blessings, right? My family, my wife, my parents, my friends, right? My circle of my village, right? Also you, the listeners, the viewers, are just excited to always take the time to talk with you all just for another great conversation, man. Um Received a lot of great feedback on the last episode. I had a gentleman by the name of Cash Green, him and his wife Kanika. Cash is candidate. He's currently running for Virginia Beach City Council District 7. Had a great conversation with him on Monday, and I had a different setup as well. As you see, I kind of adjusted the setup now. I'm kind of testing stuff out. I'm actually really liking this one too. So just trying to give y'all a little bit of kind of giving you a little different scenery and stuff like that. For those who are watching, I know for those who are listening, probably like, I don't know what the setup looks like because all I do is listen to your voice. but hey, those people, hey, if you're listening, you would enjoy the video versions of this podcast. This podcast comes to you with new shows every Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time via podcast, wherever you get your podcast, whether it's iHeart, Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts. I've already said, let's see. I'm forgetting, wherever you listen to your podcast. Oh, Odyssey. Yeah, Odyssey. Wherever you listen to your podcast, you can also, excuse me, you can also download an app called Haiti. Haiti, Hayti. Okay, Hayti. It is a app with only it has all the world's black content creators. And I think it's pretty dope because you always, as much as we love podcasting, man, we have to realize we always have to support, local support, people within the black community. And so you tune into some great shows. Myself, along with shows like the Ricky Smiley morning show, Club Shay Shay is up there. The Black Effect network, the Black Effect podcast network that's owned by Charlemagne the God. You have some great shows up there. It's a lot of great content creators out there. So please download that app. It's called Hayti, Hayty. But if you prefer to watch the video version of this or check out the video version of this show, do me a favor and go to YouTube. Type in R Smooth Club Media, the letter R, and then the word Smooth Club Media, and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet. That would be a huge goal for me. It's a huge goal for me as far as to continue to grow the subscribers. We continue to grow in slow pace, but hey, we're growing. That's all that matters. But if you enjoy checking out the video version, I truly appreciate to subscribe on YouTube, leave a comment. I truly appreciate that. You can also watch us on X. Let's see, on our Facebook page, R Smooth Club Podcast. And I mentioned X, RSC Media on X. And you can tune in from there. New episodes, new video episodes air at 5 p.m. on those same days. You see it scrolling right there at the bottom, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So yes, gonna get it going with the show. We got a lot to discuss today. What else do we have that I'm missing? Oh yeah, this is brought to you by Rugged Evolution Beard Care. Rugged is the new smooth. Be sure to check them out, ruggedevo.com. They have amazing beard care products, skincare products, and you can find them on IG at Rugged Evo. So much great stuff. We have some tutorial videos on our YouTube channel as well. So you really enjoy that. Yeah, man, got a lot to discuss today on today's show. We're gonna talk about the NFL free agency. A lot of stuff to discuss with that. We have RFK Jr. He's thinking about some potential running mates. To run with him during his campaign. Also, you won't believe what the governor of Louisiana just signed, a new bill that he just signed in his state. And then also I'm gonna talk about some talk about cosmetic surgeries. I'm gonna talk a little bit about that. So let's get it going with the show. We're gonna go to a quick commercial break, but when we come back, we'll have more of the Arrington Gavin podcast. So you guys don't go anywhere.
Become a man of distinction with Rugged Evolution Beard Care. Order our scented beard oils and beard balms to help you maintain and grow the perfect beard. Order today. Try our men's care products like the full body exfoliating cleansing bars, body wash, smooth stash, and more. Log on to our website or download our app to place your orders. Rugged Evolution Beard Care. We're your luxury but affordable men's care line. And remember,
Rugged is the new smooth.
All right, fam. Welcome back. Let's get it going. So first story I want to talk about. You see right there, getting an 8-pack without working out. Now, I don't know about y'all. I try to stay as active as I can. I've been slacking ever since college. I'll be honest. When I was in college, I was a gym rat. I did my classes, eat, went to the gym, hung out with friends, and party. That was the order right there. You finish with your classes. I took it like about a 2-hour nap. Woke up, went to the gym. Once I came back from the gym, I ate. Hung out with friends, all that good stuff. Once the weekend happened, man, it was on and popping, right? On and popping. But lately, obviously, as a business owner, as a husband, it's hard to juggle. It's hard to time management. To manage your time and stay active all at once. It's hard to juggle it, and we all struggle with it. One thing that we don't struggle is eating the food we're not supposed to eat. I do not struggle with that, and because I don't struggle with that, it's led to me having a little bit of extra fluff down there, if you know what I mean. Trying to get abs has been the hardest thing in my life, to the point where I just said, F it. I'm not doing it. And a lot of us have those thoughts. That's why I remember when they started the movement, the dad bod, right? Everybody's like, what is a dad bod? What is a dad bod? The dad bod was a guy that goes to the gym, but also enjoys having a beer from time to time, right? Not quite a gym rat, not quite a person that like has no body fat, but somebody this like, you're buff, you're big, you're strong, but try to, if you race them in a running event or something, he gonna get winded. Okay, he gonna get winded real quick. He might pull a muscle, pull a hammy. All right, start cramping up. The stamina is not there, but just looks really buff. That's the whole dad bod. But I recently came across on social media of this person. Let me go ahead and pull up this video for you guys, and I want to get your want y'all to get your take on this. Let me get this going for you. Let's see if we can pull this up. There we go.
You doing okay? How you feeling? Tell the people how this experience has been for you so far. I see you got that. What is that? A 6-pack going on there?
6. I need you to count that again.
Ooh, we got 2, 4, 6, 8. That 8-pack is going on there. How you feeling today, Charles? I know that you are one day post-op after surgery. How are you feeling right now? Charles got the moves going, y'all.
I'm a little pain, but yeah, I'm still doing good and healing good. And, Ain't much to say. Just looking and feeling good.
That's amazing. How you doing, Charles? You doing okay? How you feeling? Tell the people how this. How you doing, Charles? You doing okay? How you feeling? Tell the people how this experience has been for you so far. I see you got that. What is that? A 6-pack going on there?
6. I need to count that again.
Ooh, we got 2, 4, 6, 8. That 8-pack is going on there. How you feeling today, Charles? I know that you are one day post-op after surgery. How are you feeling right now? Charles got the moves going, y'all.
I'm a little pain, but yeah, I'm still, still doing good and healing good. Ain't much to say. Just looking and feeling good.
That's amazing. How you?
All right, I gotta get it off. I'm sorry. When he started doing the titty dance, and the fact that he was oiled up too, it was too. I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't ready. Yeah. So that was a gentleman that had gone through a cosmetic procedure on getting ab implants. Now, it has been proven, to be a quite regular procedure amongst men. I remember a story a few years back. There was a gentleman, they called him the human Ken doll. They called him that because literally every single part of his body was not his. It was given to him, through surgery from a cosmetic doctor. His face, his neck, his chin, ribs, ass, pecs, biceps, triceps, butt, legs, everything was paid for. What is your thoughts? What is your thoughts, fellas, on and ladies too? Because obviously, if it can be done for a man, it can be done for a woman. What are your thoughts on cosmetic procedures in general? Right, but on this, this video I just showed you guys, I feel like this is taking it a little too above and beyond, because I feel as though when I will always hear about cosmetic surgeries, it was what? Facelifts, Botox, boob jobs, of obviously the butt lifts are the popular thing. Everybody want a big ass. Nose jobs. That is pretty much the I don't know if liposuction is considered a cosmetic. I guess. But to me, I see lipo as, there's certain surgeries I see as like good and beneficial, because if if you're fans of the show, like 600-Pound Life, and those weight loss shows that shows people their journey trying to take off all this weight. It always shows them trying to lose it, but they struggle, and in order for them to lose it, they have to be on this diet. Then they get the lipo, and then sometimes that's a good push for them to continue to lose it. And so some of the stuff can benefit, right? Some of the stuff can benefit, but or if you are in an accident, right? If it causes facial damage, guess what? You do have to have reconstruction surgery, cosmetic surgery done. I get that. But when you are, now I don't know this gentleman's story. By all means, I don't know, if the man tried and said, I give up. I don't know what his past is. I don't know if he's going through depressed. I don't know if he did this for a lady. I just don't know. But it looks weird when you see man that's quite of a he's a fluffy looking dude. He's not fat. He's not overweight. He seems like he does exercise. He's just a big, thick dude. But when you start placing abs on his body, it looks weird. It looks like you're creating a My Player. It looks very odd. It's just, and that was actually on the Hollywood Unlocked IG site. If you want to go on there and check out that video, I reposted it on the R Smooth Club Media Instagram. It has it. I think the site that it was reposted by was Goals Plastic Surgery. I haven't looked on their site as well, but obviously that was a good way of advertising, because she's showing that because she sounds like she was a doctor. She sounds like she was a doctor. She's like, what is that, a 6-pack? 6, you better get it right. Better get it right. By 8. More than 6. It's gross. And he says he's kind of sore. Like, what happens if he does, how do you maintain that? What happens if he eats a lot? What happens if he gets, overly full? Like, I don't know. I don't know. But that's a little too much. That's a little too much. Please let me know what you think about cosmetic surgeries. If you ever thought about getting it, because I'm not gonna lie, I have my thoughts, because my nose tends to point down, like an arrow pointing down when I smile. One thing I realized, I'm like, my parents don't have that kind of nose. I was, as a kid, I always, horse playing, I always got hit in the nose. Always. So the nose was one. I remember reading about a story about Deion Sanders getting some fillers on his forehead to get rid of the wrinkles. Nothing bad with that. Looks great. Deion Sanders, good looking dude. It keeps himself in shape, has white teeth, good skin. Hey, got money. That's prime time, right? Not that bad. So you have those thoughts, but as far as having surgery and getting abs placed, that's a little bit too much. That's a little bit too much. A little bit too much. I won't. No, not gonna do that. Not gonna do that. So yeah, please let me know what you think. Send it to me. Leaving a comment on our YouTube channel. At the bottom when you watch this video. DM me, like, give me your thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts, people. On Facebook, leave a comment. I truly appreciate that, or X. But let me know what you guys think about cosmetic surgeries. Moving on. Let's get into the sports world. All right. So NFL free agency has been going ham. I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but there has been so many shakeups in the NFL, and to the point where I'm like, whoa, that's not real. That's fake. I literally was about to do my Trump impersonation. That's not real. It's fake. It's fake news. This fake news. All right. So first one I want to talk about is Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley is no longer a part of the New York Giants. Now, that there have been so many talks of him wanting to test his waters out at another squad, because let's be honest, the Giants has had a rough patch for at least the last 10 years, in my opinion. They have had a rough season, and Saquon was one of their biggest assets, especially when they first drafted him. He was always giving out 110%, and he just was that guy. He was that guy that was always going above and beyond. He was their only, their best player. But as a running back, man, a running back can't win it all for a full team. It takes so many sides. You got offense, you got defense, you got individual players. It takes a team effort in order to succeed. It doesn't take one player. Whoever says otherwise, they're lying to you. If I can, okay, so you got Saquon Barkley heading to the Philadelphia Eagles. With Jalen Hurts. That right there, my friends, is going to be something to mess with, because Philly already has a great squad. Hell, they almost made it to the Super Bowl last season. They have an amazing squad. Now, that with the addition of Saquon Barkley, who is not just a great running back, but he's a great receiver as well. That's the team to watch out for. Derrick Henry, running back for the of the Tennessee Titans. Guess who he signed with? The Baltimore Ravens. The Baltimore Ravens. Another great addition to Baltimore squad, because let's be honest, man. You remember how they called Marshawn Lynch beast mode, and wide receiver Calvin Johnson Megatron. Like, if Megatron and beast mode had a baby, Derrick Henry will be that guy. Derrick Henry is over, I think he's like 6'2", 6'3". He's athletic, he's fast, he has long strides, he's strong as hell. Like, that's a great pickup for Baltimore. I look like I need to check out some Baltimore tickets next season, because that's a great one. Okay, another running back, Joe Mixon, of the Cincinnati Bengals, he signed with the Texans, another great pickup for them. Aaron Jones I believe Aaron Jones was coming from Green Bay. I want to say Green Bay Packers. He signed with the Minnesota Vikings. Good, decent. Josh Jacobs, who originally came from the the Las Vegas Raiders, signed with the Green Bay Packers. So it kind of sucks. You left Las Vegas in good warm climate to probably one of the coldest areas in the country. Yeah, Green Bay. That's cold. All right. Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler is coming from Los Angeles Chargers, signed with the Commanders. Now, this is a great pickup for the Commanders, but I really don't. I don't know if it's a win for Austin, because what kills me now, they have a new head coach in Quinn. I'm forgetting his first name. But Dan Quinn, I think it is. Yeah, Dan Quinn, former head coach of the Atlanta Falcons. I believe he was the coach that led them to the Super Bowl when they played the New England Patriots. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure on that. But and then also Dan Quinn was the defensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys for quite a while, and very successful, might I add. But the only thing where I don't like about this is because Eric Bieniemy, who was a great offensive coordinator, well deserves of a head coaching job in the NFL, but that's a whole nother story with that. He left the NFL, is going to college. I believe is going to be an offensive coordinator in college as well. But Bieniemy was a running back in the NFL. This would have been a great relationship with Austin Eckler. You gave him a serious running back, because Eckler, he's no scrub. He was doing a lot of great stuff in Los Angeles. Now signing with the Commanders, I hope he has a successful career, but I don't know. That will be something to check out. DeAndre Swift of the Philadelphia Eagles, he's signed with the Chicago Bears. Tony Pollard, another great running back out of from Dallas, number 20. He signed with the Tennessee Titans. Gus Edwards, Baltimore Ravens, now with the Chargers. Devin Singletary of the Texans, Houston Texans, now he's with the New York Giants. Now all the running backs have averaged at least $8 million per year on the first day of free agency. So that means they have a lot of good money to spread. But there's one guy who I wasn't really crazy about that had that he coughing up in the dough right now, and that's Kirk Cousins. Now Kirk Cousins is not a bad quarterback. He's not a bad quarterback. Well respected in the NFL. But what gets me is the fact that I just don't like the contract that he signed with them. Now he's the one that's winning in this. So let me go ahead and look back at so he was a quarterback for quite a while with the Minnesota Vikings. Before that, he was with the at the time the Washington Redskins, now the Washington Commanders. He is signed with the Atlanta Falcons. Now he signed with them for a max deal 4 years, $180 million, including a $50 million signing bonus, and includes a total of $100 million guaranteed. I think you're pushing it. Kirk Cousins is don't get me wrong. Well, he's a good quarterback. All right. He's good. Is he $100 million guaranteed good for 4 years? That I don't know about. But see, Atlanta's in desperate need right now because they really haven't had a great season also, or a really, name recognized quarterback. Now, I think Marcus Mariota was with the Falcons, but he was a backup. Didn't really make a lot of noise over there. I know Mariota recently just signed with the Commanders as well. I don't know if it's going to be in a mentoring role or for a starting role. Obviously, he's going to say he's fighting for a starting position, but I'm not sure about that. Another interesting signing that was I think the very first one that made headlines was Russell Wilson. Now, Russell Wilson, which I spoke about in previous a couple of shows before, he got cut. He parted ways with the Denver Broncos. Denver Broncos took like an $85 million hit, which they're not going to be able to really sign a lot of people for big money deals because they're not going to have it. But he left with his money. I think it was like $38 million in guaranteed. Now he signed a 1-year deal with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now the funny thing is there was posts about this. So Russ's salary paid by the Steelers is $1.2 million. Russ's salary paid by the Broncos is $38 million. So he's going to continue to get the remainder of that money. So I think that's why he didn't care about signing that deal with the Pittsburgh Steelers, because he wants to prove himself. He wants to play. He wants to continue to play. He needs a job. Well, he doesn't need a job, but hey, he has more to give. So let's see how he's going to do with Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is a great organization historically. They've been known for having great seasons with quarterbacks that are not quite that don't have like the great resumes. It's something about the atmosphere, something about the hometown of Pittsburgh. It's the fans, it's the team relationship, it's the head coach. It's a different vibe with Pittsburgh. So you have that, and yeah, so it's a lot of stuff happening in the world of the NFL, because again, you're seeing a lot of players that you just assumed that was going to retire as. Now, I didn't think that Saquon was going to retire as a New York Giant, because they just kept on having losing seasons. Now, the Derrick Henry one, that I was shocked. I was very shocked at that one. Now, yeah, he's been hurt. The career expectancy on running backs is very small. It's very small. I think the last time I read that the longest career span for a running back is like maybe 3 years, max 3 to 4 years. So obviously you're gonna get hurt. But again, Derrick Henry is a whole nother specimen, man. That dude's a machine. So yes, that is a little bit about what's going on currently in the world of the NFL. We'll not come back. I'm gonna take another quick commercial break, y'all. But when we come back, we will discuss talk a little politics. All right, we're gonna talk a little politics, and because I like doing it. So I hope you guys are enjoying the show and the conversation so far. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more here on the Arrington Gavin podcast.
Yeah. Nina. See. God. Gotta put on for my team. Put on for my team, yeah. Gotta put on for my team.
Get ready for the ultimate music competition that will leave you on the edge of your seat.
The full package, where the best of Virginia will battle it out to prove they have what it takes.
Hello, we're your host. I'm Nina Nicole.
And I'm LITS. In this thrilling competition, contestants will face electrifying challenges, testing their musical knowledge, skills, and creativity.
You have one shot to prove you're the full package.
Only the most exceptional performers will rise to the top and claim the title as the full package. Every note,
every move,
every beat counts. Who will have what it takes to become the ultimate music sensation and reign supreme as the full package?
Don't miss the full package, where dreams are made and legends are born. Tune in for the most thrilling music competition of the year.
Coming soon to your screens.
The full package.
This is great. I like the choice and the texture and everything. Right. Mind blowing.
I've never seen talent like this before.
You've got the full package.
Shout out to the full package, baby. Shout out to the full package. That is a show that I'm honored to be a part of. I serve as a backstage host. It's a singing and songwriting competition that has been created and established out in Virginia Beach, Virginia. The two hosts Miss Nina Nicole, and of course my good brother comedian Ciroc Fox. They are been killing it. The show is in production, so we're still filming. But we actually have the finale. We're gonna be recording the finale episode. Excuse me, this upcoming Sunday, which I'm very excited. And then once we finish, we're gonna, see where that show's gonna go to. Hopefully, it'll be picked up, which I know will be picked up by some TV execs and TV networks who are already in conversation with them. And it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. It's called The Full Package. Please go on social media right now to the Full Package Full Package VA, and you will find more information. Just see some past content photos, meet the team. We have some amazing judges, amazing creators. Shout out to my sis Michelle Young. She's a co-creator of the show along with Nina Nicole, who actually serves as host as well. Awesome people. Shout out to everybody, man. It's a great experience because we have so many amazing local artists. And we even have some artists that are coming all the way from like Northern Virginia and in Charlotte, North Carolina. And it's dope. It's just it's hype to see people live their dream to the fullest and do a great job. So yeah, that's called The Full Package. So shout out. All right. On the next talking point. All right. Louisiana, going all the way to Louisiana. So recently, the Louisiana governor, what's his name, Jeff Landry, he signed a bill allowing individuals 18 years of age or older to carry a concealed weapon without a permit or training. Now, the interesting thing about this, that I'm like, wait a minute. Wait, what? I got to chop it up. Now, I am all for protecting your house, right? I'm all for protecting your household. Gonna get that pulled up. That's reported by the Associate Press. And there we go. That's reported by the Associate Press, as you see the title of it right there. Louisiana Governor signs bill, like I just said. He signed multiple bills, actually. He recently approved 11 bills this past Tuesday. But as you see, those are the two bills that made headlines. One of them, it says expanded death row execution. And hold on, let me get that off the screen right there. Execution as methods and concealed carrying weapons. Now, the thing is, guys, I'm not pro guns. I'm not against guns. I could care less about guns, in all honesty. I mean, I think I am an advocate of protecting your household by all means, whether that's with a bat, whether that's with a rifle, whether that's with a pistol. By all means, protect your household. I'm not gonna lie. I've always been pretty vocal about, excuse me, like people just open carry, even if you have your license. Like, I've just always been like, I've always kind of cringed seeing it. If you're not a person of the law, like if you're a police officer, I understand because I know your position. I know why you have that. But if you're just an everyday person, if you're dressed in some sweats, or if you're dressed in anything, if you're dressed in jeans, if you're dressed just like you're just, I don't know, just casual, and you're rocking a gun, open carry gun, and we're at the grocery store or the library, and it's just sometimes I just cringe because I'm like, why do you have a gun? Because the first thing that comes to mind is like, well, are you law enforcement? If not, okay. Are you, do you have some people after you? Is that why you have it? Like, are you, have you received death threats? That's where you have your gun at all time. I mean, don't get me wrong. We have crime that occurs in our society. We have a lot of evil in our world. I'm not that person that's going to be like, oh, I'm just so scared of the outside world, so I always know I'm going to be all right because I got my pistol on me. Because sometimes, and I'll be honest, because I don't BS with you guys, having a gun is power to people. Having a gun is a sign of intimidation, saying, hey, I'm top dog. There ain't nobody gonna mess with me because I got my gun. Like, I will see some of the most scrawniest and corniest people rocking the gun. People that I'm like, y'all should not even have a gun. Why do y'all even have one? And this is when I come back to this article. This is why I come back to this article, because why should somebody what is the whole reason of having a gun? What's the whole big deal of having a gun? Now, we know that there's people that have guns that are under 18. We've seen people with guns that suffer through mental health illnesses, and we see criminals always rocking guns. We fight so hard for just smart gun policy, smart gun laws, just being smart when you have that piece of, when they have that a weapon in your hand or in your vicinity. Now, in a case like this, I think this is the dumbest bill by a person that was voted by his peers. I think it's the dumbest thing. It doesn't take rocket science to see how dumb this is. So I can just basically buy a gun if I'm in the state of Louisiana. When I'm gonna buy a pack of gum. Oh, let me get that rifle too while you at it. Just bam, just like that. That's a sale. You go ahead. No background checks, no nothing. Without a permit or training. Why the hell would you trust anybody with the gun without training? Do you give somebody a car without training? Do you, as a car dealer, as a car salesman, do you just hand the keys to somebody without training? Like, come on. What job in life do you give somebody a job without any proper training? And now, not even a permit, which makes it even more dangerous. But you know what? That's why I had thought of this. Oh, let me go ahead and take this off. That's why I had thought of this. This called let me take this little pop-up off. Where's my oh, there it is. Boom, you see right there. Louisiana don't give a you can finish the rest. I'm trying not to cuss as much on this show because hey, people are looking at this show. I might get picked up somewhere. So I gotta watch my tongue here and there. But they literally don't care. Like, go ahead, go crazy. Now, I don't know, maybe in the sticks in the bayou, like, I guess everybody and their babies have guns, but the fact of the matter is, he just said, hey, 18, if you're 18 years old, no training, no permit, hey, you can get yourself a gun. Come on, y'all. We live in a world with mental health. So why does it make it easier for them if they think about taking their life? Now you're making it easier for them to get a gun. Or, hey, we got criminals in our world. So now you're making it easier for them because they could be crazy. They are using it for evil, but guess what? They have all the capability of just, hey, if I'm in Louisiana, I can just buy a gun and I can cause hell the next day. Like, what is going on, y'all? And I have a bunch of friends that are pro guns, and I'm cool with that. I have people in my own family that are pro guns. Okay, I'm not saying I am against having guns, but let's be smart here. We have to have some smart laws. We have to have smart training. I mean, just like with law enforcement, right? You have the people that are saying, hey, defund the police. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not for defunding the police. You need to fund more to have more training, because when you're not trained properly, then guess what? Issues occur. Now, not saying that bad apples don't exist either, because they have to be held accountable. And I do think that you have people in law enforcement that do keep that fuel to the fire for those who want to do bad and do wrong and not serve and protect like they're supposed to. But coming back to this bill being signed by the governor, man, all I can say is keep it in prayer. But it's crazy. It's something I very much so don't agree with. The sad thing is we live in a world where everybody's paid and bought and all that other crap. And yeah, you know what I'm about to say. NRA has been one of the highest contributors, sponsors for the Republican Party. And I don't even know. Hold on, let me go ahead and pull. Let me see, because I don't even know if Jeff Landry is a Republican or a Democrat. Let me go ahead and he is a Republican. He is a part of the Republican Party. Shocker. Man, this is why this whole two-party system just really irks me, because you have it where they do stuff like this to keep that relationship, keep that money flowing. Come on, man. In all honesty, if your kid wants to have, if you found out your kid had a gun, 18 years old, if you found your kid had a gun, and you would be like, wait a minute, when did you get the gun? Why do you need that? You didn't even do any training. Come on. I don't know if this man has kids or not, but I'm just saying, like, common sense, man. People forget about Common Sense University. Maybe they couldn't get any government funding. I don't know. But people forgot about Common Sense University, man. It really is really sad. And I'm actually, hold on, I'll just pull this up too, because you always hear people say, hey, look, it's my constitutional right, or my amendment right to carry guns and this and that and the other. And so, okay, so the Second Amendment, right? The Second Amendment, I'm gonna explain to you in simple terms. The Second Amendment states that as an American citizen, you have the individual right to arm yourself. The amendment also firmly established that the government cannot infringe on that right. Now, if you go back and read this, it says, hey, look, that individual, he can do whatever he wants. He has the right to arm himself. Now, it doesn't explain, by all means, it doesn't say, does it require a permit? It doesn't say if it requires training. It just says that individual has the right to arm him or herself, and that the government cannot infringe on that right, meaning that the government can't prevent. So that's why you have a lot of people saying, hey, look, it's my constitutional right to bear arms. I hear a lot of that from my friends that are pro guns. But again, all I'm saying is, we're not saying to take your weapon away. We're just saying, can we be a little more cautious with this? Can we have more common sense? And not just say, oh, they're taking my guns. I'm like, oh my gosh, shut up. Shut up. Like, common sense, please. Common sense. That's all. That's all, y'all. But everybody gets so butthurt about this crap. And it's just, I don't know, man. It really irks me when people try to ignore reality, right? Because I consider myself like a realist. I'm like, a realist would say, well, if I have a this very dangerous tool in my hand, this very dangerous weapon, regardless if it's a pistol, regardless if it's a handgun, it can still do some serious damage. It can take a life. All right. Why would I want somebody who can be extremely careless to have that in their vicinity without any training and without a permit? Think on that. I'm going to move on to the next one, but think on that, y'all. Think on that. All right. My final story of the show. Okay, see right there. RFK Jr. Running mate picks. So Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who is currently the presidential candidate for the independent. He's running as an independent, but he's the third party option for president of the United States, and he is doing a hell of a job. He really is. As for for an independent, he initially started as a Democratic candidate, and because he really didn't see any support from the Democratic Party, and a lot of candidates do this, he said, you know what, I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna not run as a Democrat. I'm gonna run as this because I might have more of a chance to win as this than previously as a Democrat. So he's been running as a third party, and it's been conversations like, hey, look, do you think the Libertarian Party is gonna try him and back JFK? Is it gonna get more Democrat leaning votes? Is it going to get more Republican leaning votes? Like where is his? Him being there is going to hurt one of the top two candidates. The top two candidates being current President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump. So recently, let me pull this up. Recently, RFK has spoke about some potential running mates, and it was like, okay, interesting. I mean, some of the presidents, some of the presidents running for some of the candidates, I can't get my words out. Some of the candidates currently running for president hasn't really spoke about who they want as their running mate. Now obviously President Joe Biden, his running mate as of right now is Kamala Harris. She's a current VP. President Donald Trump, on the other hand, he's not really close with JFK anymore. I mean, not JFK, Lord have mercy. Mike Pence. See, this is when, let me take a quick swig of water. Mike Pence, former Vice President Mike Pence. He's not really tight with him anymore. So I've spoken on the show in past shows of some potential running mates that expert strategists and contributors are talking about. We've talked with the Trump team, and he is considered this, that, and the other. So there's been Tulsi Gabbard, there's been Tim Scott, there's been as a governor out of North Dakota. I'm forgetting her name, but there's been Vivek Ramaswamy, I believe, Carrie Lake, Katie Porter, Elise Stefanik. There's been so many people that have been contenders in a sense to Donald Trump. Now, the interesting thing is RFK had brought up a couple of names, right? He's brought a couple of names. And let me go ahead and hold on, just my computer was messing up on me, guys. RFK brought up a couple of names, and those two names were Jesse Ventura, Jesse the Body Ventura, former WWE Hall of Famer, and former Minnesota Governor Jesse Ventura, and Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, who is currently quarterback for the New York Jets. Not very successful. I'll tell you that. Not very successful with the New York Jets. But let me go ahead and so give me 1 second. He had picked those, and I'm trying to, in my mind, I'm like, wait, why would he choose those guys? I'm curious. I'm very curious of why he would consider those two. So to give a little background about these two individuals, is Jesse the Body Ventura is already a well-respected guy, I would say, as far as for in the third party aspect. He has served in political office. He was a person that not a lot of people thought would ever would win, because I think he ran without having really any political experience. and he did, one of the most remarkable things. He won one of the highest positions in political office, a state governor. Now he did serve. Served the United States Navy. But he has been known for never being really a partisan. Well, you never really found him a part of like the two-party system. He originally was, looking back on it here, he was always an independent. If you go on his Wikipedia page, it gives you like the amount of years he has been an independent. For 1 year, he was a part of the Green Party. Then he was a part of the Independence Party. Then he was a part of the Reform Party. But he's currently back to as an independent. All right. He served. I believe he served. Let me see. He served from 99 to 03 as governor, as the 38th governor of Minnesota. Currently 72 years old. Not bad at all. But he is an a proponent. He is a huge advocate for the non-really party system. He's like, hey, look, I'm an independent. We gotta come together. This two-party system is not gonna work. So hey, kudos for him considering Jesse Ventura. And I'm a wrestling fan. He was known as the villain, Jesse the Body Ventura. He was a very popular guy. Now Aaron Rodgers, on the other hand, I don't see any benefit in that, because for one, Aaron Rodgers, the only thing that I could say that was political of Aaron Rodgers that he was very vocal or a part of was being a part of the unvax movement. Okay. Now that's what him and RFK have in common. They're part of the unvax movement. What do I mean by that? So back when we had the pandemic, there were a lot of rules, and let's be honest, it was forced upon to take the vaccine, because at the time healthcare professionals had said, look, this is something that could help prevent you from getting any symptoms or getting COVID. So a lot of major corporations, businesses, you name it, they all were saying, hey, look, how about it's protocol now. You have to, get your vaccine, just like how when people, you have to get your flu shot and this and then the other, depending on what line of work you work in. Same went for the NFL. Aaron Rodgers was very vocal about, no, I'm not doing it. And he still hasn't got it. So one of the inside jokes that he always does is he would take shots at people that are pro-vaccine. He took a shot at a Travis Kelce, who was one of the amongst a group of celebrities that was in a Pfizer campaign commercial, and he called him, I think, Mr. Pfizer or something, like, kind of being a dick about it. But hey, I'm all for, hey, you shouldn't be forced to take anything that you don't want to put in your body. I totally agree with that. I don't disagree with that at all. But that was really what Rodgers was quite known for on the political scene. Of course, people on the right talked highly about RFK. I mean, excuse me, Aaron Rodgers, and in his defense that supported him. There have been so many, I guess, people that are normally non-political that is now in a sense political because of their stance on the vaccine. Sage Steele, former ESPN anchor, journalist, she was very vocal about that. It went on to a lawsuit, and she left, and all you see her now is hanging out with either people on the far right or just conservative medias. Basically, she's on freaking Jason Whitlock's show a number of times. She was recently shaking hands with Trump over at a UFC pay-per-view event. I think she was guest with Dana White, her Patrick, what's his name? PBD. He has a podcast, quite a successful podcast. I like it. But she was in amongst of groups with him. Like she's always been a very vocal person that leans more right anyway in her politics. But that had kind of gave her the rise. So now she has a new market. Of course, you can talk about all the far right wing media people, Candace Owens, Charlie Kirk, the whole 9 yards. They all support Aaron Rodgers. So it's interesting. It's interesting that he considered these two. But again, me personally, I would like, okay, I'll lean more to the person that actually has some experience in politics. Now, I've talked a lot about before the age thing, but Jesse Ventura, 72, still, quite sharp-minded now. He hasn't been in politics since 03. So how fresh is it? How about his ideas? How sharp is he? Is he a good consideration for, vice president? That's something, you got to think about that. Aaron Rodgers, on the other hand, I see that as a total flop. I don't know why he would choose. Besides him and having the agreements on the being anti-vaxxers and their reason why they're not getting the vaccine. That's the only thing I can see of that making sense. But for vice president, come on, Aaron Rodgers got to redeem himself in New York because he had the longest. No, I'm joking, but he literally played for like 4 minutes in the Jets game and then was out for the full season. So I think he has more things he wants to do. Now he could retire and say, "Hey, look, I want to take a leap into politics." A lot of sports figures have been in conversation of entering the political field. Dwayne Wade talked about it. What's his name? Steph Curry even made some thoughts about it. I mean, it's there's a former baseball player out of California that's running for U.S. senator. So it's it could happen. Really, you just don't know what will go on at this point when it comes to politics. You really just don't know. But all I can say is that we will continue to tune in and continue to follow up with more stories about this presidential race. Of course, I'm going to give you all the tea, what's happening on the local level here in Virginia, because hey, that's my home state. I will be having some more candidates on the show. Very excited. I don't think Friday we have a guest. I gotta look back at my schedule, but I'm pretty sure we don't. But I do have some up and coming ones coming a little further out, which I'm excited about. But guys, until next time, man, thank you, because I'm gonna close it right now. Thank you so much for continuing to tune into the Arrington Gavin podcast again with new episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time via podcast. So wherever you listen to your podcast, please tune in to the Arrington Gavin podcast. Just do me a favor. If you have some problems finding the Arrington Gavin podcast, all you have to do is either type my name, Arrington Gavin, or the Arrington Gavin podcast, or you can type in R Smooth Club Media, the letter R, and then Smooth Club Media. So type in R Smooth Club Media. You would find episodes of the pod. You can tune into the video version on those same days, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays at 5 p.m. on our YouTube channel, R Smooth Club Media. If you haven't checked it out, do so right now. Subscribe. I truly appreciate it. Facebook at R Smooth Club Podcast. X at RSC Media. Also, tune in every weekend. Tune in every Sunday to my weekly radio show. Okay, my weekly radio show in your city, hosted by myself and my good friends, comedian Ciroc Fox, and Hustle Queen Miss Michelle Young. We continue to rock the mic every Sundays at 12 p.m. on WNSB 91.1 FM, the soul of VA. Also, shout out to our amazing producer, Mr. Cam Godley. So we got a lot of great stuff happening, got a lot of great projects going on, working on a couple of podcast specials with my good friend Mr. Conrad Shesventer. We've hosted a election theme show before, and we're hoping to do some more outside of politics. So we got some more stuff going for you. And again, we just thank our our sponsor, Rugged Evolution Beard Care. Rugged Evolution is the new smooth. For more information about them, you can go to ruggedevo.com right now. They have some great products, hair and skincare stuff up there. So it'll be great. So you have an awesome time. And until next time, hey, just be easy. I'll see you on Friday.